Okay, good morning, everybody. Welcome to July the 9th with Market Update. I hope everybody can hear me clearly, and we also have the chart on the ES is up. Make sure that everybody is seeing that clearly. Okay. If anybody can't hear me clearly, please put it in the chat. If you can't see the screen, which I am on the ES chart right now, that is showing on your screen, let me know. So we're going to start with the market update, and we're going to start with the ES futures as we always do every morning. So what is going on with ES futures this morning, and what is the microeconomic numbers are coming out there today, and what are the earnings are, if any, that are coming out today. So looking at the data on the Forex factory, and I put it in the chat, you can take a look at it in there. There is not a whole lot going on other than the Fed minutes that are coming out at those are the highlights of today. And not only that, the 10-year yield is also happening at 1 o'clock. So the 1 o'clock we could get move in the market. So first let's go over the ES, then we'll look at the impact of what the microeconomic numbers are going to do today. So looking at the ES futures, the market hit all-time high last week when the U.S. budget got passed. That was a good news. Now that news is over, and it pushed the market to the all-time highs. And now since then we got back into the Donald Trump tariffs again. And now the tariff talk is pushing the market a little bit lower, and that's what we got on Monday morning when this red little candle formed here onto the downside. But the last 2 days, yesterday, it has started picking up a little bit because the deadline that he had was today, July 9th for the tariffs. So now he's moved that deadline to August the 1st. And that has created the green day today. So it's kind of risk on day today. So Taco is back. So Taco name is sticking. Somebody actually even questioned me yesterday during the news conference. Why is it that he keeps moving the deadline when it doesn't mean anything? He keeps putting these deadlines on. He did say Basant wanted the deadline on moved because he's trying to work out some deals. And he did say he was going to announce some deals today. So if Ozzy announces the deals, if they're good deals, we could be seeing the market happy and see the market move to the upside. So risk on day today. But again, he's moved that end date, which is August 1st. And like I said, somebody asked him, why do you keep moving the dates when they don't mean anything? He said, well, August 1st is the final deadline. But when we'll see, when we get there, we'll see. Okay? July 21 is a Canadian US deadline. So if we get something done before July 21, we could be have a better sentiment, especially in our own market here in Canada. Our market has been performing pretty well. If you look at all the banks, they're sitting at new highs. A lot of the stocks, even CNR, picked up like $3-4 yesterday, and we will see the continuation till we hear something on July 21. That we could see the market happy to the upside. Okay, so the only other thing at the end of this month, we got the Bank of Canada rate decision. Is on the same day the decision is going to be made on the U.S. side. So it's 9:45 on Canadian side, then on 2 o'clock on the U.S. side. So it's going to be interesting last week because right after the same week we got the deadline on the tariffs on August the 1st, right? And the week before that we got CPI data coming out for Jerome Powell. That's what he wants to look at. How much CPI has gone up with these tariffs? If that data shows, CPI data shows it's tamed, and CPI data is down, I don't think Jerome Powell is going to have a choice of cutting interest rates. So, quarter point, I think if I am almost willing to bet if the CPI is down, that he will cut a quarter point. Okay, that's the way I'm looking, and I'm really looking at the CPI data. We're also getting that PPI data as well. and the PCE data. We're getting all of them. We already got the PCE data. So PPI data, we got the jobs number already. So those two data, especially the PPI and the CPI, if they're tamed and they're controlled, I don't think Jerome Powell is going to have a choice but to cut interest rates, and that would be a surprise to the market. Okay, if we set CPI see that data lower, the market will see that too, and we will see this market pumping to the upside. So this market has, even though fundamentally, if you look at the decision, look at the microeconomic numbers since January the 1st till today, they are weak in the U.S. That is telling us the U.S. economy is weak. But why does the market keeps going up? Why does the market keep going up? But the reason the market keeps going up is we get off and on in tariffs, and then we're getting a hope that we get interest rate cuts, which is going to lower the borrowing cost, and which is going to pick up these, all these companies, and that's why this market is up. If we do get that CPI data to the upside, chances are we won't get interest rate cut, and chances are we'll have that will show what Jerome Powell was looking at or what he has been saying, right? And that will push the market back to the downside. So that CPI data is very important. I think it's coming out. I don't have the date in front of me, but I think it's in the last week or just before Jerome Powell makes a decision the following week. Okay, so we'll take a look at that when we get there on the CPI data. So anyways, the market is on a risk on day today. So let's worry what's going to happen today. So it's a risk on till we get these Fed minutes at 2 o'clock, and 1 o'clock we get the 10-year yield auctioning off. What does the 10-year yield auctioning off means? If that yield is higher than the 4.42 that is forecasted, we could have a sink in the market. We could have a little bit of drop in the market if that yield is higher. But if that yield is below the 4.42, we could have the market pumping to the upside. Okay? The reason, if the yield is lower, that means your borrowing costs are less, and these guys can borrow money at cheaper and use it to raise their, for investing and stuff like that. And it makes it cheaper for people to borrow money and invest it as well. Okay. The other thing I'm looking for the 10-year is how many people are going to take this offering. Of all the money that they're going to offer on the 10-year, how many people are out there actually going to participate? Like countries like, Japan buys a lot of the bonds. Canadians buy a lot of these bonds. A lot of other countries buy these bonds. They're going to look at the investor sentiment. How much are they interested in the U.S. Treasuries? Okay. If you get no interest in this one, treasuries, less interest, you obviously going to have the yield come down, and then you also may have the market come down as well. Okay, if there's because nobody's interested in investing in the U.S. anymore. Okay, so we gotta look at it more at 1 o'clock to see these numbers. Anybody have any questions so far? What I'm talking about? Everybody's good? Okay. So let's continue with the market update. And again, let's take a look at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ is basically doing the same thing what the ES is doing, exactly the same. So it did break out last Friday to the all-time high. So it's trying to break out to the upside again this morning. Okay, the NASDAQ. So a lot of it's up only 45 points this morning. The ES is up 14 points. Let's take a look at what the 10-year yield is doing right now, since we're going so important today. And so far it's been on the rise. Okay, and it's going to the upside. I'm still holding on to those bonds. I'm still looking for some profit on those bonds. At the meantime, I'm still getting an yield on those bonds. Those all bonds have a pretty good yield. So I'm making money on them either direction. I will make money on them, and if you're holding it on them, you will be making money as well. So I'm still holding on to those 10-year bonds, and especially the 10-year here is showing sideways right now. I do expect this thing to come down. That's what Donald Trump is trying to do. If the interest rate decision does come down and they cut, this will come down as well. Okay, and on the other side, since we had a rise in the 10-year yield, we also had the rise in the dollar index a little bit. So the dollar got, actually the US dollar got a little bit stronger, but overall the trend is very strong to the downside right now. So you can actually draw a pretty good trend line from all the way up here and touch at least, try to touch as many points as possible there. Okay, so again, it's still a very strong trend to the downside on the dollar index. And if you look at all those trades, I'm still in those trades. I'm still euro long, I'm still yen long, I'm still Canadian dollar long, and I'm still long on the pound. So I'm anything against the American dollar right now. I am against. So I'm betting on the other currencies to increase against the American dollar. And the American dollar is going to get weaker as we are cutting interest rates in the US. Okay, so that is your forex. Take a look at what's happening on the put call ratios. What happened yesterday? So if you look at the SPY put call ratio right now, it's sitting at 1.12. It's still very strong towards the call side. Okay, the call side. I mean, the option market is still buying calls on the SPY. They're buying more calls on just basically the long side on the stocks. Same thing on the triple Qs. Triple Qs are very strong to the call side still. That to mean the market is still going higher to the upside. And same thing with IWM. IWM actually got more stronger towards the call side. So if you look at the Russell 2000, look at that. It's pumping to the upside. So more and more calls are coming in onto that as well, right? So the market is saying I want to go up, and the calls are saying yes, the market wants to go up. The options are saying market wants to go up. So we're not going to go against the market, are we? So market goes to the upside. So what about Bitcoin? Anybody that trades Bitcoin, Bitcoin is stuck in this range. If we do get interest rate cuts, this will hit all-time highs. It will go higher. Okay, if we don't get interest rate cuts, it may stick around this level to the downside. I am not an owner of Bitcoin. I don't own Bitcoin. Okay, so just to be fair with you, everybody here. Take a look at quickly what else is going on in the market. We've gone through quickly through the market update there with the indexes. Let's take a look at some of the stocks. Let's take a look at the technology sector. Look at Tesla. Tesla still going to the downside, the negative side of. Let me reset this chart. So looking for the if you're trading Tesla, the only way you trade Tesla for me is by like buying puts or calls, and it's still on the put side. And I think this thing can come back to this support around the 292. If you're trading options, that's the only way you wanna. That's the only way I would trade Tesla. I would not trade equity on it. It's too risky to trade equity. Okay, so option is like if I whatever money I put on an option, that's the most I can lose. But on equity, I can just lose too much. And plus, you're gonna need a lot of money to buy and sell stock in Tesla, right? So right now, the way I see it, it's a short, and 292 is a target right now on Tesla. If anybody's looking to play Tesla, Nvidia keeps it's right there. It's tax. Remember, Donald Trump said there are tariffs coming, and he wants to do the semiconductors next. And he did say a little bit yesterday on Monday, and he hasn't opened up that conversation since. But I don't know. Let's see what he says today. If he doesn't say anything, Nvidia continues to the upside. It broke its all-time high back here, and it's looks like it's going to continue to the upside again to this side. Amazon is a risk-on day today. I think risk this thing comes back to 224. Amazon. So again, where's my stop is down here around the $218, 218. So I think this goes maybe higher today, Amazon. Even for long term, my long term target is 240. Remember, we bought a lot of this stock at 160 when that went down here on the 21% dip down here. So back here, right there. So if you're still hanging on from that, I'm still hanging on to it. I have a 218 stop right now. I don't put it on the in the in my count. I just have because I'm looking at it all the time. If it does come down there, I might be getting some more profit out of it. But my long-term target is 240 on Amazon. Okay. The Microsoft, I still own the stock from 340, 360 when that went down 21%. I still own those shares. It hit 500, it went above 500. I'm looking for this stock to continue to the upside. It's almost close to the, did it hit 4 trillion? I don't think it did. But anyway, we'll take a look at it in a minute to which one is very close. Either both Microsoft and Nvidia are very close to hitting the $4 trillion mark. I think this is a more of a well diversified company. If somebody held a gun to my head and say wanted to buy either Nvidia or Microsoft, one of the companies, I would definitely buy Microsoft. Well diversified than Nvidia. Nvidia is just a chip maker. Somebody else makes a chip better. Nvidia comes down. Microsoft, you can't beat the Windows. You can't beat the cloud. You can't beat Microsoft Office. They have so much different softwares and ChatGPT. So they're making themselves stronger and stronger. I do think this is going to be like a 5 trillion, $6 trillion company in the future, Microsoft. And the other one is Meta. I still like Meta. It hit all-time high at 750. I like all the software stuff that they're doing, especially in the AI. Zuckerberg is spending a lot of money on AI, and I like what he's doing. And I think this company can continue. Remember when it was $500? I said it's eventually going to hit $1,000. Well, I think it's going to continue to the upside, just like Netflix. Meta will continue to the upside. Google, I don't like. I keep saying this for the last 6 months. Stay away from Google. If you're going to stay away from any M7 stocks, well, Tesla is the other one, and this one here. I like the other five stocks, no problem. But again, Google hasn't done anything. Look at this chart back here. Let me go to the day chart. It hasn't done anything since April 24th. They're losing their business to everybody else. Okay, Microsoft basically is taking over their search engine with the ChatGPT. Okay, and I'll tell you what, between ChatGPT and Gemini on Google, I am a ChatGPT fan. I actually subscribe to their software. I love what every day I'm using it for something. And actually, you can use it for work. You can use it for search. You can write it. You can use it. Actually, what I find it easy is writing your Excel sheets. You need to write a formula. You don't even need to think what formulas you need for do anything in Excel. This will do it for you. It will even start doing videos for you and stuff like that. I'm not advertising it, but I'm just saying that's what I use it for. That's why Microsoft will continue to go upside. Okay. Apple, I would stay away from. Another stock. Reason is everybody else is coming out with something better. Tim Cook hasn't come out with anything new on the phones or anything on the computers. I think the Mac is just like your desktop computer. Everything is going into the cloud. Okay, cloud computing. It's everything is updated in there. It runs 24 hours a day, and internet and stuff, everything runs in the cloud. So all you need is a tablet to control what you got. So I think for another 10 years, not even 10 years, I think in the next 5 years, desktop computers are going to be a thing of the past. And if that does happen, that's one of the business that Apple has. I think it will disappear as well. So I don't think Apple has, unless something they come out with something new, they're not, nothing is happening with them. Okay. So Netflix is keeps hitting highs. If you can get by this thing on a dip, I think it will continue to the upside. I think it's won the streaming wars against all the other. It won it against Disney. It won it against all the other brands out there. I think this is Netflix. Even Amazon is not doing that great compared to what Netflix is doing. Okay. So if you can buy this on the dip to the upside, I think it continues to the upside. Some of the other ones I want to take a look at is Dollar Tree is the one I'm still holding on to this one. We bought it down here, accumulated down here, and it's still running to the upside, and I think it will continue. I think this stock goes. My next target on roughly on this stock is about $130 almost. I think it will get there slowly the way it's going. Dollar Tree, if you're also holding Dollar General, it also continue. Dollar General is really, if you're interested in buying a stock right now, this is where you want to buy Dollar General, $116 above. This is a beautiful flag that's happening on the day chart. Okay, this is a beautiful chart, and it's going to be a strong breakout if above here, and it is paying a dividend out. This is the ex dividend. That's why this stock is probably down yesterday because it was the ex dividend date. So watch for this stock to pick up a little bit to the upside, but look for this breakout. 116.38. If it breaks out, I would be a buyer. Put a target on it, and that would bring the stock up to like 126 bucks. So I don't mind owning, making 10 bucks on this stock out here. Okay, and we got a very strong buy back here. Remember this on the daily. Look where the stock is sitting. And if you look at on the hourly, let's quickly break down. It's all over the place, but I'm a buyer. It give us a buy here, it give us a sell here. But take a look at the 4 hour chart for a longer time frame. And it's actually got a sell today, believe it or not. But that's because of the dividend. I think that's why this thing showed up on a sell today. But I would not worry about that. I wouldn't sell here. I'm looking for this breakout here, right up here, 116.25. If it breaks above there, I would be long on Dollar General. Is there anybody else got any stocks in the chat you want to talk about? Let me get to the chat here. Okay, Rivian. Jaspreet put a whole bunch of stuff in there. Check off beauty. Okay, we haven't checked off beauty. This was a buy stock. Same thing with the other one. What was the Ultra Beauty? Let's take a look at ALF first. Let's go to the daily chart. Again, back here when we told everybody start buying, and here's your triangle that's giving us a buy signal to the upside. If you have it right now, this is another it's like a bullish flag. Okay, what I'm looking for is if it breaks below into this gap here 109, this is where my stop should be, and this is where my buy is 132 to the upside. I know it's a little bit far away, but I need to see this break to the upside. This is like a bullish flag on happening on the daily, but let's see what happens. But if it does break down below 108, 109, then we could come down to this level here. But I do expect this stock to continue to the upside. Okay, I think it's a good stock. It's got the good numbers. If you bought it back here, you shouldn't worry too much because you should be into a lot of profit already. Even if you bought it back here, $178, it's like 22. How many? You guys all remember here when we were talking about buy, right? So there you go. If you have it, you're already into a lot of money. The other one was Ultra Beauty. I'm gonna look at because they're the same. Sorry. I forgot the ticker. What? Anybody know the ticker for Ultra Beauty here? I think I can't believe it. I looked up this stock so much I forgot the ticker on it. My brain is going wishy-washy this morning. Anybody have a ticker on that one? I can't remember. It's something like a ULT. Oh, ULTA. That's it. Thank you. Thank you, Jaspreet. Yeah, Ultra Beauty. I'm printing Ultra Beauty. Remember back down here. So if you bought the stock again, another one, you have remember Warren Buffett. He bought it back here, then he sold his stock, and look what the stock has been doing since. So, and we've been telling, look at the trend line still held up, and as it broke the trend line to the upside, and there it is. over $100 gain on this one. So I would continue holding it. I think it's gonna go higher. I think we can reach the $500 level, and then it did actually reach it there. It didn't get over it, but I think it can go back up there before the next earnings. And if you're hanging on to it, fine. But if you want to stop, $452. I know it's quite a bit way down there, but I think this stock can go higher. Okay, so definitely hang on to this one. Um, Hold on before the next earnings come out, at least. Okay, I know very high PE. That's fine. Remember, the earnings have not been doing well, so now we're looking forward to picking up all those earnings. Okay, so Rivian, this is a risky stock. This is the one where they're building, the vans for Amazon. Jeff Bezos has a lot of money into the stock. Uh, Again, it's automotive. Remember the budget, the U.S. budget took out all the benefits for these electrical vehicles, and that's why these stocks have been going to the downside. I'm not in favor right now in any electric car, whether it's Tesla or anyone, and I would just stay away right now from even Rivian here. The only thing I like about Rivian is their software. Okay, their software, Volkswagen is using their software. Okay, Volkswagen is using their software and they do have a deal with them. So the only thing I can ever think of is maybe Volkswagen coming in and buying out Rivian. Okay, that's the only benefit I think is going for Rivian. From my side, I would think that Volkswagen, which is a big car maker in Europe, they're the only ones I think they can come out and buy this. Uh, because if they like their software so much, why not just buy the company out? Okay. Other than that, the numbers are really bad on it if you want to look at the numbers, financial numbers, right, uh, on Rivian. So again, I just stay away from this stock for now. I would stay away. Okay, let's take a look at Misty. Is that a title trust? MSTY. Okay, this. Oh, the stock is the chart does not look good, my friend. Chart is back to where the IPO price was, so the chart is not looking very good right now. So let's. What does this company do? Why am I getting? Okay, so it's an. I would. This is they do options on MSTR. Very high risk. Yeah, no wonder you got that kind of return. But look what the stock's been doing. So dividend yield, you've been getting the dividend, but the stock's been killing you in capital gains. And not where I want to be now. Just but too risky, and I would not be in it. Okay, I don't invest in stocks like this one here. Too much. So, anyways, guys, we'll talk about some more stocks after 9:30. Harvey is probably up. He probably wants to give you a market update. I'm pretty much done. I will post the market update in the education and the YouTube channel. I will put the link in here. So I'll be done here. So I will see you guys after the show. Harvey is up next. He'll give you the market update. Thank you very much for joining this morning. Okay.